Hello to everyone out in Oklahoma and New Mexico and wherever it is you may be joining us from. I'm Crystal. This is my husband Pete. And together we are Ordinary Elephant. We're coming to you from South Louisiana. But I grew up not that far from here. But I was gone for a long time, and then we lived on the road full time for 5 years. And we're recently kind of settled here. And all the traveling we've done has really given us an appreciation for how much where you come from is a lot more than just a place. It's the people that you come from too. So we're going to start out with a song that I wrote for my mom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Eggshell white, paint in your hair, dirt beneath your nails, and years on the back of your head. Some things can wash clean, and some will stick around. Blades of St. Augustine scattered across the driveway. Still feels like Sunday when I hear a Cajun band. Every chamber of my heart bears a mark of what I come from. Sometimes our world falls apart, but I guess that's what it takes to find the part cannot break. Wooden table on a concrete slab, the fish are red and the crabs are blue. Every 5-gallon bucket carries a piece of you. Some things can wash clean, and some will stick around. Spilt beer and a deck of cards, an old bed sheet for a tablecloth. Some of those days are lost, but most I still come across. Every chamber of my heart bears a mark of what I come from. Sometimes our world falls apart, but I guess that's what it takes to find the part that cannot break. I come from hardwood, I come from never giving up, I come from you. I built cities from sidewalk chalk and sailed the world in a cardboard bowl. Hope I always dreamed that big. I put the whole damn kitchen in every pot of cold mud soup. Hope I always put everything I got into what I do. Some things can wash clean, and some will stick around. Every chamber of my heart bears a mark of what I come from. Sometimes our world falls apart, but I guess that's what it takes to find the part that cannot break. We cannot break.
Here in Louisiana, we face environmental issues that other states face as well. We have critically low aquifer levels, and our coast is eroding into the ocean, and we have air quality issues around industrial areas. And being in one place and part of the community has made us realize that we have the responsibility to work towards fixing those issues for future generations. That weight is on us.
Yeah, this next song that we're going to do is deals with weight and just how the weight of that responsibility of passing on the right things. The window in the wood frame you're afraid, thinking things only a kid can. You're 6 years old, but someday you'll be standing where I am. More of a man, more you won't understand. You will wonder if it's worth the wait, the worry that wears you down. Have your life spent figuring out how to make the other half count? You can count on asking yourself if what you're doing is enough. If you're anything like me, when you grow up, scattered puzzle on the table, big pictures start to take shape. Every piece has a place to fall, but you've got mistakes to make. You're green enough to bend, pure enough to break. You will wonder if it's worth the wait, the worry that wears you down. Have your life spent figuring out how to make the other half count? You can count on asking yourself if what you're doing is enough. If you're anything like me, when you grow up, you will question the fight and how it is won. You will fight the question whether it can be done to keep kind. All that rises from your chest to your tongue, don't ever let your words undo the work you've done. Sunlight through the kitchen window, your shadow stands up taller than you. 36 years old, but someday I will stand up taller too. For all the talk I talk is something I can live up to. 'Cause I still wonder if it's worth the wait, the worry wears me down. I'm still figuring out how to make it all count. And I can count on asking myself if what I'm doing is too much. Let you be who you want to be when you grow up. We are so thankful for all that we got to experience for the years that we spent living on the road full time. Just all the beauty that this our country and this earth has to offer us. The gift of that. And the Southwest is one of our absolute favorite regions of this country. And this next song we're going to do, we actually wrote out in the deserts of New Mexico. We actually ended up recording it not all that far down the road a few years later with a wonderful human and producer named Jono Manson out in Santa Fe. This one's called Before I Go. You know, towns was right, the desert's quiet, it ain't Cleveland, but it sure gets cold in the moonlight. Mountains in the western sky, they were always meant to occupy. It's times like these you don't ask why. It's bigger than you and I. When the sun lets down its guard, the colors come like a postcard, slow but worth all it can afford, a reminder of all we're moving toward. I'm gonna let my bones be my anchor, ground myself to what I know. When today becomes a long time ago, maybe I've learned to let go. Slowing down under the strain, pulling a weight I couldn't sustain, took leaving what's known for change to find it's me that needs to change. Shades of gray among the black and white, seeing things in a different light, finding what feels free, finding what I know is right. I'm gonna let my bones be my anchor, ground myself to what I know. When today becomes a long time ago, maybe I've learned to let go. Gonna take it slow, see what this world's got to show, try to let go before I go. As the day lies down to rest, the sky takes off her Sunday best, shedding all it had to confess, leaving what's true to shine from the darkness. You know towns was right, the desert's quiet, take it slow so it don't pass you by. And so in addition to writing songs, I also write poetry, and I'm gonna read one for you that I was reminded of when after hearing Joy's intro. This one is called Forest Walk. Peeling like paint, strips of bark coming off the birches, otherworldly white, too clean for the forest, too pure for the pollution. Branches reaching skyward in a frozen hallelujah. I drag my feet through the litter of leaves these trees left behind, rustling and crunching through a papery creek of rust and gold and brown. Hands in my pockets, breath in the air, building and billowing like car exhaust at a morning traffic light. Matter changing states in a matter-of-fact way, following rules the earth set, as I follow the forest in search of my own. We'll head back to the southwest now for a different kind of walk, a walk in the desert. We started this song in West Texas.
1, 2, 3.
sexy sunset is watching us walk off a hard day. With too much to do got in the way of being who we are. Was a day best left for being left behind, but I'll do it all over to stay shoulder to shoulder with you. As long as the rain turns to river in this canyon, this canyon returns my every word. I will sing it out, it echoes anywhere the road goes. I'll walk with you, I'll walk with you, I'll walk with you. Got two dogs to pee, like bouncing balloons on the end of their leash, kicking up gold dust from the sagebrush, tails to the wind. Now there's nothing like a good dog to show you the joy in a single moment. There's nothing like a good love, make every moment worth it. So I will spend everyone left to come right where I am, shoulder to shoulder with you. As long as the rain turns to river in this canyon, this canyon returns my every word. I will sing it out, it echoes anywhere the road goes. I walk with you, I walk with you, I walk with you. As long as the rain turns to river in this canyon, this canyon returns my every word. I will sing it out, it echoes anywhere the road goes. I walk with you, I walk with you, I walk with you. I walk with you, I walk with you, I walk with you. I walk with you, I walk with you, I walk with you. I will walk with you. We mentioned our album Before I Go that we recorded out in Santa Fe. We're going to do the first track off of that album. It's called Best of You.
1, 2, 3.
Over in the corner, like an old bar stool, he held me up right when I needed him to. He said, "Listen up, my friend, let me tell you what I know. You can wish you were someone else, then you gotta let it go. 'Cause that's a good way to get a bad start. I don't care what straw you drew, gotta let it make the best of you." We ain't playing a game, we're running a race. It's a way of life, boy, just gotta find your place. Used to be like you, sit here in the dark, watch 'em in the spotlight, pick myself apart. But that's a good way to get a bad start. I don't care what straw you drew, gotta let it make the best of you. Then the room went dark. I could barely see his face. Picked up his old Martin box, ready for the stage. He said, let me ask you this. What you gonna do? You pick yourself up or find a crack to fall through? 'Cause that's a good way to get a bad start. I don't care what straw you drew. Gotta let it make the best of you. You don't need a good way to get a bad start. I don't care what straw you drew. Gotta let it make the best of you. We're going to read you another piece of poetry. It's one that I feel kind of brings together the beauty of nature and our presence in it. It's one called Bluebonnets. Patch of purple, close enough to blue to be its brother, sitting side by side on the spectrum, there on the side of the road. Car exhaust swirling around any scent they try to have, standing tall in a short kind of way, like soft soldiers battling the sun in a still march up every green hill. They fight where they landed after rides on the wind, or birds' wings, or bees' knees. They live and die in the same spot, like someone scared to leave their hometown, or paralyzed by their own beauty. The light changes to a color that means go, and I say goodbye to the bluebonnets. This next one we wrote about a year ago now, when everything was changing for everybody. It was kind of our way of sorting through that, I guess. And looking at it now, a year later, not in that direct light of the world shutting down, I realize that it kind of embodies that feeling that any of us have with any unwanted change that we come up against. Tell me that story you're getting early, the one where we all end up alright. Tell me that story you're getting early. Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? I'll keep keeping up with the laundry. You keep keeping up with the car. I guess things aren't really changing here. It sure feels like they are. It sure feels like they are. We got good dogs, we got a good porch. Got eyes to see it, we've got a good view. Got ears to hear and we are listening. The truth is not something we can choose. The truth is not something we can choose.
Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Tell me that story again, darling. Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time? Wasn't it true? Wasn't it true once upon a time?
We're going to leave you with one more song, and also want to leave you with a reminder on this Earth Day celebration that our environment and its protection, as much as it seems lately like it may have become a political issue, it is not a political issue. It's a human issue, a survival issue. And we do, though, have to go through the channels of government to elicit any sort of real change that is going to impact all of our lives globally.
One of the most important things you can do is to contact your representative. At every level of government, we need to let them know that we are concerned about the environment. Tell your local leaders about local issues. Tell your national leaders about national and global issues. And remind them often. If they don't listen, it's time to vote them out, because we don't have time to waste. All the things we can do as individuals are really good to do, but the problems we're facing are beyond the scope of what those will fix. And as a collective, we have to come together to protect our limited resources, as our unlimited growth is what our economic engine is geared for.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of our society has moved toward consumption and wanting more and away from gratitude. And the song we're going to do is one that we again wrote in the Southwest, and just feeling incredibly grateful and thankful for all that we have and all that we've been able to experience. All the things out in nature that make us feel so incredibly small in the absolute best way possible. In the belly of this canyon carved by the hands of the Rio Grande, 1,000 miles from what I once called home, I'm just a speck on this West Texas wind, blowing through these hills of stone. When I feel like next to nothing, next to something like that, I know there's nothing I need I don't already have. Talking about tomorrow, looking at a sky full of past. The only thing that's new is the moon. Our eyes collect the light of stars, born 3 million years ago, showing up as we are passing through. When I feel like next to nothing, next to something like that, I know there's nothing I need I don't already have. So thank you for taking me to the trees and where the mountains talk to me. Time ain't slowing down, guess you and I better learn to. 'Cause what's the worth of living through a life that cannot catch up with you? Thanks for listening, y'all. Hope to see you out there on the road one of these days.